Hi, in this video, we have selected two companies that belong to the same consumer goods industry. The selected consumer goods company is Fraser Neave Holdings Berhad, while the comparison company is Nestle Industries Berhad. Based on our calculation on DuPont analysis, firstly, for Nestle company, the return on equity is decreasing from 2019 to 2021. The value of return equity in 2019 is 0.1234, and then the value of ROE for 2021 is 0.0972. And then we move to F&N company. The return on equity is decreasing from 2019 to 2020. And then the value is increasing from 2020 to 2021. Lastly, from the table below, it can be seen that for overall 3 years, the value of return on equity for Nestle company is higher than the return on equity for F&N company.
So for the grant credit sales, based on the calculation, we decided to give credit sale to F&N company. This is because F&N company has a higher current ratio compared to the Nestle. The lower the ratio, the higher difficulties to pay debt. Furthermore, based on the formula, F&N company accounts payable turnover ratio is 4.3 times, which means F&N will pay vendors back on average every 3 months. This is a high turnover ratio if compared to Nestle company. Companies that can pay off supply frequently throughout the years indicates to the creditor that they will be able to make regular interest and principal payment as well. Next is the average payment period. The ratio measures that average numbers of days it takes to pay its vendor of purchase made on credit. F&N company pay more frequent compared to Nestle, so this is why we choose F&N company.
For task 2, we will create a capital budgeting scenario for our company F&N. The scenario is our company F&N is excited to announce a major upgrade to our manufacturing equipment. This project is aimed at boosting production efficiency and increasing sales. To finance this project, we plan to issue bond with an interest rate of 5% annually. The new equipment is expected to result in an increase in sales by Rm 2.8 million over the next 10 years. But it will also result in a 40% rise in the product cost. Despite this, we believe that the benefit of this project is far outweigh the cost. We understand that some may be concerned about the payback period for this project. However, we want to assure you that we have set a maximum acceptable payback period of 5 years for this project. This means that we expect to see a return on investment within 5 years. We believe that this upgrade will not only benefit our company, but also our customers by providing them with better quality product at a competitive price. We are confident that this project will bring long-term growth and success for F&N.
My name is Nandra Sukri, and I will continue with our presentation on cash flows estimation. There are 4 parts to cash flow estimation that must be discussed. The first one is initial investment, followed by operation cash flow, our terminal cash flow, and finally net relevant cash flow. The amount required to begin a business or project is known as the initial investment. Based on the table, we calculated that our initial investment was 2.68 million. I would like to highlight the tax effect in which we obtained 330,000 ringgit by multiplying the amount of loss 800,000 ringgit with 40% of tax cooperation. Next is our operating cash flows. In this part, we got the same amount for every year as our depreciation is based on the straight line method. To highlight, we got the total of interest expenses by sum up the product cost and interest expenses. Next is our operating cash flows. In this part, we got the same amount for every year as our depreciation is based on the straight line method. To highlight, we got the total of interest expenses by sum up the product cost and interest expenses. Last but not least, at the end of the year 10, we got 3.128 million of our cash flows. In conclusion, with the help of these cash flows, company can get more information on financials of a project.
In this project, F&N only took 2 years and 9 months to recover the initial investment. The payback period method favors shorter projects, so it incorporates the risk F&N might not receive all the project cash flow. It is good that the payback period is less than the maximum acceptable payback period determined by the management, which is 5 years. Therefore, this project is accepted. The decision rule in applying IRR is if the IRR is greater than the cost of capital, the project will be accepted. By following this rule, the manager of F&N accepts on the investment expected to earn a rate of return that meets or exceeds the firm's required rate of return. This project is acceptable because 35.78% of IRR is greater than the cost of capital, which is 10%. This project is acceptable because the NPV of this project is RM4,100,714, which is more than RM0. Since the value of NPV for FNN company is a positive figure, it shows that it will help investors to make a decision whether to invest in the asset for this company or not.